Well, I want to thank everybody that stayed up this late. I know it's 11:30. Good win for us, a good road win. Proud of my guys. We completely fought. I thought our young guys were tremendous, and actually, those guys were the guys who closed the game. Did a tremendous job. We're getting better. We're fighting. It's one of those things where I think every day guys are starting to play a little bit better. Give a lot of credit to Ernest Ross. I thought he came in and completely changed the game around with his energy and played hard. Thomas Allen was good early. Cam came off the bench. Casey Morcell did a great job on the defensive end. But, our big three played well. Cole led us early on. Baby T was spectacular. And then, DB was just steady all throughout the game. So good road win. We want to continue to build on it. We beat a really good Louisville team on their home floor. So give those guys credit. They'll bounce back. But I was excited about our play tonight. Questions?
Corey?
Coach
Whoever that is that
Yep.
Corey? Corey, you up? Okay.
Yes, sir. Kevin, kind of as a follow-up to what you just said about Ernest Ross and his play, tonight had a chance to play 18 minutes. His minutes have been up and down so far this season. Has he kind of solidified himself as that second guy off the bench when DeWan is coming out?
Corey, that position is not set. He's continuing to get better. The only thing that keeps him, it's not his natural position, but because of our situation, he has to play there. But if he continues to get better, his minutes will continue to go up. And he's working hard. And, there's a possibility that we could see him in the starting lineup at times. But he was tremendous tonight. He's a freshman, so he's going to have good nights. He's going to have bad nights. But he's shown in practice that he's getting better and understanding what we're asking him to do.
And I asked Jericho about this. He's been a guy that obviously, has been a little bit up and down so far this season in terms of his production. Had a little bit of a down game last time out, but he seemed to have kind of put it on his shoulders this game. Shot the ball really well to come out. Just your thoughts on what he's done in terms of leadership standpoint to try to get this team back in things.
Well, first of all, Corey, I couldn't ask for a better player in our program. And in today's world, and I was telling someone earlier today, there may not be another kid in the program that will be there from freshman to a senior year. You either, at this level, you play well enough where you go to the NBA early, whether you're ready or not, or if you don't play, you end up transferring. I mean, this is a kid that's gotten better for us every year, and he sacrificed his body. He's worked hard. But he was very steady. He was the guy that came out with a calmness as a senior and kind of got us going early. When you look at his stats, they were off the charts tonight. 7 for 10, 5 for 7 from the three-point line, 6 rebounds, 19 points. And I think he played like a senior, and that's what we need him to do on this young team.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Corey.
James?
Yeah, Kevin, congrats on the win. I wanted to ask you, and not to take anything away from strategies or anything like that, but how important is it in making shots, obviously for scoring, but also from a momentum standpoint for you guys?
James, we've always, it's weird because when you look at who we are, we've been able to score baskets. They may not be pretty all the time. I think one of the biggest things is that we've had so many breakdowns defensively, and you're going to have them. We were not happy when we went back and watched the tape of Clemson scoring 44 points in the paint. And we made a conscious effort to make sure that we defend, don't have any blow-bys. We want to make sure that we didn't give that many post touches. And I think that was our key to us winning. I think we are always in a position where we're scoring, but what separates us and what always puts us over the hump is whether we can get stops. And I thought we got stops tonight.
And just to follow up, you started out tonight in zone. Had you been working on that a lot in practice, or is that something maybe specific for Louisville?
Well, I just wanted everybody to have a heart attack because we played a little bit zone early. No,
right.
we've you guys won't remember this because it wasn't very good at the time. We played one possession of zone at home against Louisville. Nobody knew it because they hit a three and I got out of it. Noah Locke did. We spent a little time working on it. We'll sprinkle it in every now and then, but I thought it was a good change of pace defense.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, James.
Alec.
Yeah, Kevin, you mentioned Darion being steady throughout. He wasn't necessarily finding his shot early in the game, but he had, I think, 4 assists at halftime, finished with 5, and then found the points for himself in the second half. Just how good is that to see him continuing to be that guy that not only is getting it for himself, but, creating for others?
He's had a couple games against Louisville. The first game was 11 points. This was 15. People are going to game plan against him, but he's got to do other things, and that's what he and I have talked about. And, passing the ball is one because of his ability to drive and draw so many defenders. We're going to have some open guys, and he's got to make the right play. He wasn't making those right plays early in the year. Now he is. And so, you become a really good player when you impact the game and is just not scoring. And I think that's what he's doing for us.
JB.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. I wanted to ask you, when you get a win like this, how gratifying is it for you to see your players, just bouncing back from the adversity that they're dealing with, bouncing back against a team they lost to earlier in the season, and just, the proof that they're not giving up on the season and your coaching is still being heard, from player 1 to 12?
Well, JB, it's a long year. And I hope there's no team in the country that's giving up on it after playing 5 conference games. If you've watched us, our guys just fight. That's where we are. And, every team in the country is going to have struggles up and down. But our guys have been in every game and have a chance to win. And I'm proud of it. They've accepted coaches. They will continue to accept coaching. They will continue to fight. To your first question, every win is important. Every win is important in this league. But road wins are special, and this was a good special road win for us.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, JB.
Corey.
Kevin, as a follow-up on the playing the zone early on, did you feel like that kept the team a little bit fresh too down the stretch because you weren't playing as much full court throughout the game, or was it just an instance of the team just being able to finish strong in this one?
I think we finished strong, Corey. I mean, if you look at our zone, we still press back into the zone. And, obviously, I know there'll be a lot of conversations about the zone, but if you look at it, Noah Locke hit 2 huge threes against it. And so we had to figure to get out. I think our pressure in this particular game, where we could pick them up full court and disrupt them a little bit, really helped us. We were prepared to play a little bit more zone, but as I saw how we pressured the ball defensively, we just stuck a little bit more with our man-to-man. But I don't think it kept us fresh. I thought we played great on the defensive end.
We got to ask you questions about it. We don't typically get a chance to. I wanted to also, as a follow-up, are you guys now going to be trying to lobby to wear the black jerseys at home now at this point? Because it seems like there's been kind of a thing going on where NC State fans don't like the black jerseys. Now this team is 2-0 in the last 2 games with the black jerseys on the road.
I'll let everybody, Corey, fight that out. We're going to do whatever is best for our team and our program, but I'll let that be Twitter talk or chat, whatever chat talks and all that stuff. But I don't listen. Whatever my kids feel comfortable in and whatever we win is we're going to wear. It's about the kids.
Appreciate it, Kevin.
Thank you, Corey.
James.
Kevin, I wanted to ask you again about Thomas. Obviously, he solidified a spot here in your rotation. Can you just go in on some of the strengths he provides for your lineup when you have him out there?
We were playing, James, and we're completely still young. We finished young, but we have to get something out of our older guys, one of them being Thomas Allen, the other one being Casey Morcell. Casey Morcell had a couple of days of really good practice. He just got in foul trouble. But Thomas, we need his experience. And I think after Christmas, he realized that, and he came back as a different guy. He gives us an older guy on the court that knows how to play. We were able to play him at a little point tonight, even though that's not his natural position. But his experience of playing in the Big Ten and playing in the ACC it certainly helps us with a young team right now.